Good morning. It's Wednesday the 16th of September. I'm Michael Feller with Deals TV for Business Spectator. And enough about Telstra, there's other deals going on at the moment and a few interesting noises coming out of New York where Merrill Lynch is running a conference for Australian companies presenting to US institutional investors. At that conference, Toll Holdings' Paul Little has said he's no longer interested in pursuing a merger with Brambles because Brambles is no longer interested in pursuing a merger with him. Well, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Also presenting there are Computershare, who say they're on the hunt for acquisitions. Toll, by the way, is on the hunt for acquisitions too, though no names have been mentioned. But Computershare is specifically looking at acquisitions, we believe, in the United States. One most likely candidate, however, probably isn't going to happen on reflection. It's been said that Computershare could buy Bank of New York Mellon's share registry transfer business, but that's probably going to attract the unwanted attention of the US watchdog. Woof. But perhaps more likely is Link. Link used to be the transfer agency division of the ASX, is now owned by Pacific Equity Partners. We reported a rumour back in June that Link could buy that Bank of New York unit, and I still think that's far more likely. And also on the topic of rumours, you may have read that ASIC has released guidelines about rumourage and so forth. Luckily for us, however, we're not registered financial planners, so we'll continue to run this column. Don't you worry about that. Elsewhere, Woolworths is going to be opening up its first big box hardware store in Broadie, north of Melbourne, the working class suburb which already has a Bunnings warehouse. So that's going to be interesting. It's only 2 kilometres away from Bunnings. And speaking of Bunnings, Bob Bunning, the founder of that storied store, is involved in a consortium called Black Tree, which is bidding for Great Southern, the collapsed timber plantation company. Leading the Black Tree, appropriately named Black Tree Consortium, is a bloke by the name of Tony Jack. He used to run Integrated Tree Cropping, the division of Elders, the former Futurus conglomerate. Also involved in that consortium is Azure Capital, both in the capacity as an investor and as Black Tree's corporate advisors. Black Tree is going up against a group called Pulpwood Plantations, which is backed by the American real estate giant Oxif. And elsewhere, Macquarie has recruited a star US power investment banking. Power is in energy. But he's pretty powerful as well, I believe. His name is Peter Kidd, and there's apparently a lot of energy deals in the pipelines in the United States. Of course, Macquarie also bought a Canadian oil and gas consulting firm just earlier this year. So expect more action there, not just in the New South Wales power privatisation deal. And also in foreign fields, we have NTPC, an Indian coal company, possibly looking at a $1 billion coal acquisition in South Africa. Indian companies, of course, been looking at Australia for coal investments, so the valuation multiples and so forth implied in that deal will be one to look out for. At this stage, it's just a rumour reported in the Indian newspaper Mint, but I'll be reporting on that when it comes to fruition. And also in the energy space, of course, Sino Gas and Energy, a Chinese power play, has listed in Australia. They commenced trading yesterday, and look out for how that share price moves this morning. I'll see you tomorrow.